but Liaz is there with the response immediately, leaving Zipex in a 1v4 with 30 seconds left on the clock. Again, with the bomb in hand, this is a very tall order. I don't think the waitress is going to be helping him out too much today. However, goes for the second frag and indeed does grab it. 2 huge kills. He might be able to get this bomb down. Gratisfaction needs to find the easy frag there. Can't seem to do it, but he does put a considerable amount of damage. And what is now a 1v2. While they do get the bomb planted, that got scarily close for the Renegades.
That did. If that bomb went down at that point, I don't know. I've seen Zipex win so many of those 1-on-2s from that point on. Gratisfaction, though, saving Renegades on a very important round. And it looks like they've finally stabilized. Astralis going to go with the pistols. Assuming Renegades takes this round, they're in quite a good spot for this half.
They are indeed, Mr. Gares, giving Astralis a run for their money on the map that they have built up quite the legend on. Again, we're going to see going down outside. CZ's on the side of Astralis, and they're just going to barrel through this wall of smoke. They know how vital it is for them to get down to secret with a quickness. Liaz opening up the round for the Renegades with a frag. Certainly does help things, and Glaive responding. So Liaz no longer with us here.
JKS in a very strong position.
Yes, and he does find success onto Dupree, but now what is he going to do? Now where's he going to position himself? He does know he's kind of pinched off here in this lower side. He's just going to have to turn in. Try to fight it out up against these weapons. They've already given up 2 weapons. Now, with the Augs in the hands of Astralis, they become just a little bit more lethal in this round.
Yeah, so if you're Astralis right now, you know for a fact you've forced 2 players into this site. You know that JKS is down there, and you have to assume someone's guarding him.
Yeah, and Device here from the window room could prove to be just in the right position, but absolutely nothing to come of it just yet. However, that's taking down Gratisfaction, so there's definitely a chance here. Definitely not going to ride him on head armor. It's going to be JKS and Jacob against Device in a 1v2. Bomb down, plenty of time on the clock, but he's got to find a kill here. He's got to start to figure out where this second player is, and, well, I guess that player's going to find him first.
That round perfectly. Moving around that lower bomb site, he found about 4 different positions there. All of them were just the exact perfect spot to stop the spread of that hit onto the lower site.
Your eyes do not deceive you. Astralis against the ropes here with another timeout used. They're going to have to use it wisely. Boys having a series of rounds here. 6-6 being the scoreline. Astralis being tested. You certainly cannot count them out of the fight.
No, you can't. They've had so much success towards ramp as well as pushing heaven. You would have to assume Astralis is going to go to one of those 2 things here. They're likely going to mask it if they go towards ramp, though. They're probably going to throw like a wall of smoke this round.
Right.
And they could use that in several different ways.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them use it before. They wall of smoke, they sort of transition, go straight for the hard hit into ramp room, and there really is no answer at that point for the Renegades. JKS is nowhere to be found in those moments for timing purposes. Wherever he is, he's just not there to fight it off. Zipex trying to get up close and personal. However, Gratisfaction with the smoke and the AWP on the other side. This could be a very grimy one-way.
Here's that wall of smoke, and it does look like they're backing out. Gratisfaction's offing ramps. If Astralis goes towards ramps, it's a different look.
Yeah, they're not going to expect that AWP player there.
We have an upper hit coming up.
Yeah, it smells a little bit like upper, doesn't it, Sean? Liaz there in the connector. He's going to have to...
He's going to get smoked off here by Zipex. It's going to be all on Jacob to hold this site.
He's going to have to turn and do something. Got to help your battle buddy out here. Jacob going to be that big point of contact should they pop open that door. Again, 5 weapons over there for Astralis and plenty of utility still to work with as
They've just pushed Gratisfaction off the line. That's going to demand a rotate, actually.
Yeah, that rotation is going to have to come in now because the hit is on, and upper sight is not going to be Astralis's. The initial hit is not going their way. 4 members fall with a quickness. Device trying to find somewhere to get into the action from outside, coming through the connector. And with 30 seconds left on the clock-ish, it's not spelling too much of success in the way of Astralis in this round. 1v5. He does find 1 kill into JKS, and the timing there to pull out the Molotov did not work out in his favor. And yes, that is right. The boys, 7-6, currently over Astralis on Nuke at the Intel Extreme Masters Katowice Major.
They've done it. They brought it back after finally They went up 1-0 on that pistol round. They lost the lead, and here they've gotten it back 13 rounds in. They find themselves up 7-6. Astralis on a pistol, 4 spy as well.
Wow. I think that has to be going through everyone's mind right now. 6 rounds on the T side. Could go a long way as we look into the second half of play, but right now, Astralis are just going to get cooked up there in that ramp room. Device and Dupree having taken a ton of damage, and the CZs are going to have to do something here. Luckily, support there is for the Opper, and it's going to be in the form of JKS. Now Glaive going to try to walk out of this hut and maybe find a frag, maybe not. But a bomb plant would go a little ways for Astralis. Now, they do have a little bit of money built up, but that is not how the cookie was supposed to crumble according to all of your pick'ems.
Not at all, Trace. Everyone at home is shaking right now at the thought of Astralis not going 3-0 for their pick'ems. Myself included, to be honest.
Yes, Sean Gare's looking extra sweaty now, sort of that of Glaive. Now 50 seconds left on the clock. He's got to try to find somewhere to go, something to do, perhaps even just grab a gun and peel off at this moment. The only gun down be that well in the territory of the Renegades, and he's going to peek this ladder room. Now they're going to have that information, and now JKS is going to close out the round. 8-6, the Renegades looking to close out the half, the better, and leading the charge is JKS, 17 frags, 113 ADR. And quite the series of rounds strung together here by the Renegades. 6 exact, but weaponry now on the side of Astralis, Sean.
Yeah, he struggled early at ramp in this match, but he's rotated around the map so well. He's really coming to form in these later rounds. Here again, we have that early wall of smoke coming out of Astralis. And I believe they're going to go with a fast mini drop.
Yeah, they're doing something strange for a little piece of change here. And that wall of smokes does complete itself there on the back of Glaive's underhanded toss. The numbers, Gratisfaction's not going to know, but he's going to get the shot on the Glaive. Big kill, big scalp to take there. That is going to make it very, very difficult for Astralis to hold it together. And you can see that player pushing out a connector. He smells the fact that they want to get up into the rafters, and they're not going to be able to do it. Magisk finding 2 big kills, however. Still leaving a fighting chance here in the round for Astralis.
You can see they know they frag JKS, who's the ramp player. They immediately take this lower bomb site, get advanced positioning. Magisk's going to get this bomb down. There's no one to stop him.
That's right, Sean. And the HP low on both sides here. You've got Device and Magisk versus Gratisfaction to Jacob for the last round of this half. Gratisfaction finding his way fence now with AP in hand.
There's ones on the right side there.
Yeah, they're making a ton of noise back here in these back halls. Looks like they're going to try to take the fight from the same way. And Device could find himself in a very advantageous position. In fact, he does. Eliminating Gratisfaction from the round. Jacob has got a response, but the time has dwindled. Now he's spotted this player on ramp. He's going to stick this defuse. There's no way that this is about to happen the way it is. You love to see it, Renegades fans. He stuck the defuse, and the Renegades winning the first half 9-6 over Astralis. On to Nuke is the most outrageous happening thus far, and the Renegades don't look to stop anytime soon. Make sure you don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here with more of the Intel Extreme Masters Katowice Major.
And I'll take it, yeah. Reminding myself to just let go. Don't wonder how far I can fall. Don't look down, never fade out. And I just wanna be someone, never fall behind again. Just keep on moving on. I never look down, I never fade out. Never fade out.
faith in the right.
They have to be stopped.
Just give me something I can fight for.
We can end it. I know we can.
Don't look down, never fade out. And I just wanna be someone and never fall behind again. Just keep on moving on. Never look down, never fade out.
Well, buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. You can see the disappointment there on Device, and that, my friends, is a telling sign. Nuke gonna go well away with Renegades right now, 9-6, and a pistol round can definitely turn the tide of this one way or the other. Welcome back to the Intel Extreme Masters Katowice Major of 2019. My name is Trey Stunnis-Aranthis, and alongside of me will be Mr. Sean Gares, and we are having a hell of a time understanding what it is that is going on here.
Much better time than it looked like Device was having right there. But this is the CT side. Astralis is known for this half. They're very dominant here.
The real question will be, is 9 rounds enough for the Renegades here? They already tried to contest ramp early on, and the headshots, Device cannot lay his head too low on that note.
He's gonna have a much better time after that pistol.
Yes, indeed, Mr. Gares. Big pistol round here from Device, and all those rounds have now turned upside down. Still not enough for them to feel comfortable, though. They are the lesser still. As the pistol round does go their way, 9-7, still in favor of Renegades. That is not what you had in mind on your ramp rush.
No, not at all. And this is one of the first times all major where Renegades not win the first one of the first two rounds of a half if they lose locking,
which has already been almost a fabled story for the Renegades. Monumentous steps here. Every round will count. They want to end this in 2, having won the first map of this best of 3. But now the weapons over on the side of Astralis are going to prove to be a big problem. 5 Glocks, though, for Renegades. So not putting a lot of stock into this round. But nonetheless, they do have a job to do. They're going to try to get this bomb planted. That would be a little bit of success.
I reckon that's not a fight the AUG ever loses.
I don't think so either, especially when your swing is done. So, ladies and gentlemen, we 9-8, and I think Astralis have had enough. But now that the money's looking just right, and being fiscally responsible in that last round, Sean, that's going to net Renegades some weapons, isn't it?
It is, and we saw Renegades do a lot of cool things against Ents. We saw them throw wall of smokes into upper hits. We saw them throw wall of smokes, and they actually did the 4 walk behind the smoke. A little bit trickier when you're walking behind a set of smokes. So I'll be interested to see if they try that as a glaive.
Yeah, and these weapons now are going to have to do something. They don't want to see this lead slip away.
Here they are. They're going to do it. They're going to try to get across this in front of glaive.
But that Molotov is going to stop them dead in their tracks. Meanwhile, the smoke wall keeping them concealed. And the spam there from glaive, unfortunately not doing too much damage, just a little bit onto Jacob.
I will say, though, Trace, oh my goodness, he made it down.
They have committed to the project, and JKS in the fence. Big nade, though, there. Ton of damage onto the Renegades, and Zipex is kind of smelling what's going on. Finds himself in the lower site. Set up for a pretty good hold here.
This is an angle and a half, Trace. I cannot imagine these T's clearing this.
Meanwhile, the smoke wall keeping them
But here they come into the site. Zipex getting one.
Unfortunately, Zipex getting that one. Device Device finding one as well. They have found the bomb plant. And this is big. This is already huge for the Renegades, but they need to salvage this round in any way possible. Device drops up. Now the players, the Renegades are going to sit up here in this back ball. Going to make this defense a little bit more tough. He's going to find himself trying to fight in from the ramp room. And now that they know where both players are, this turns into a crucial time for JKS to show up, and he can't do it. Dupree with the AUG is going to reign supreme. And that will be, in fact, another round on the board for Astralis. Now, that got out of hand a little quick.
It could have, yes, but when you watch a team like Astralis and you saw how Glaive was peeking those secret holes, working with Device, slowly progressing, and when he finally takes that engagement, Device is close enough to instantly trade. Then Dupree has that one smoke. He smokes off the decon door, taps the bomb, and is ready to just spam the last remaining T through the smoke. Again, they just do all the little things correctly. And here, Renegades find themselves down 0-3. They can piece together a little bit of a buy, some deep armors, a scout on Leah's.
Yeah, they're going to swing for the stars here, Mr. Gares. And right now, that has not gone their way just yet. JKS, the first victim in the round. Device is going to let that op ring from outside.
Dupree's actually already pushed in lobby right now.
Yeah, so they have a big heads up as to what's going on the information that he's gained from being in the lobby. That might just be enough to really put Astralis in the defensive positions they want to be in. Mind you, the weaponry is not super great here for the Renegades.
Playing in front of this smoke, this is a very risky play coming out of Glaive. Using the cloud, though, to his advantage.
That's very true. And just like that, the round will fall. 10-9, Astralis have now regained control of the scoreline. But the money's back in order here for the Renegades. There should be an AWP coming out there on the side of Gratisfaction. Indeed, it will. They're going to have the ability to support it. Device also with the AWP.
Oof. You really hate to see that when you do an outside default and there's a CT on top. Twinkie just looking down on you.
I have
a Danish god.
I have a friend who would probably say something along the lines of, "Oh dear." That's not what we're saying right now as the hit starts to come in on this upper bomb site. They want to do it with a furious pace. JKS has actually found himself down in defense. He's going to find a really pivotal frag there onto Device. And if he could have found the second one onto Zipex, that would have...
In spawn, Trace, they're not reacting to his position. They're not reacting to what's going on. And now they're going to throw this wall of smoke. And I'd imagine Glaive is going to be ready for this.
Glaive is going to be there, and they are not going to be prepared for this. The swing is there, but the trade is as well. Gratisfaction with the op comes alive in the round. And now it seems like a little panic by everybody's a little off-kilter. It seems as though everybody is just trying to resituate themselves. In the meantime, just with the frag. Certainly does help that of Astralis. 3v2, Liaz and Azur here. The only two players alive for the Renegades. And, well, Azur's going to try to work his way over there towards that ladder room and maybe catch someone off guard. But there is a chance that he gets sniffed out. Meanwhile, it looks like they're going to try to hit this A site. And the timing is probably not going to work out for Liaz. In fact, it doesn't. And it has all fallen apart. What was initially a good idea, I think, maybe, just not there.
I love the initial approach to just bomb down those vents, immediately looking for a fight onto Device. He wins that fight. But once you stall out in the yard like that against Astralis, it's just like they're surrounding you and they're slowly closing in on you, and they're going to keep picking you apart little by little. Every player from Astralis is just all over it. No one's just on an island on the other side of the map. They read what was happening perfectly and adapted accordingly.
Almost feel the nervousness now through the camera there. And rightfully so. Renegades have pushed Astralis all the way to where they want them to be. But now this seesaw is starting to get a little bit heavier on one side. 9-11, Astralis now in the lead. It was a marvelous first half from the Renegades. Gonna have to start picking up the pieces here. I don't think we're gonna see too much of purchasing coming out on the side of the Renegades.
No, they can afford some pistol armors, a couple smokes. It looks like they have enough to probably throw a wall of smoke outside. Maybe that's what they're going for here. But Glaive playing so aggressively.
Yeah, they don't want to show them the respect. It probably gave them that little bit of a cushion. They were put to a test, and bit of spam. Glaive taking quite a bit of damage there through the hut. Not enough to take him out of the round, though. Looks like the Renegades want to hang out outside, perhaps find a pick, maybe make a decision from there. But Glaive coming from the secret area is going to be a problem. No one's going to suspect this. He finds the first kill in the hazard. Renegades will now rein in as they start to close in on that of the Renegades. There's not a whole lot that they can put together here with these 3 Deagles.
This is exactly what I was referring to, Trace. You cannot sit in the yard like this against the Astralis. Yeah. They will slowly start to peek you in angles that you're not expecting. Their teamwork is too strong, and their grasp of the map is just phenomenal.
It is that, Mr. Gares. Jacob and JKS with the 2 Deagles and 40 seconds left on the clock. Maybe, just maybe, he heard him scope in the big garage, but doesn't appear as though he wants to try to take that weapon. In fact, it's going to get even weirder as he goes up the ladder now. Magisk is not going to be expecting this. And now we've set ourselves up for a real banger. He's looking for the second kill on the player on the hut. Can't seem to do it. Really wasn't a whole lot invested into this round by the Renegades, so it's not as though that they're going to be super punished for it, but another round slipping away on the board doesn't help, and JKS realizes there was a chance he was going to get killed after the time. He wanted to make sure that he went ahead and got that ordeal out of the way. It's another round on the board. 12 for Astralis, 9 for the Renegades.
This is a round that Renegades, it's getting in that must-win territory, Trace. Astralis' money is getting out of control. Every single player on their team has over 5K. They have a couple buys in them before they're even close to running out of money.
Yeah, which is the scariest prospect, right? Having money for the rest of the game. You're the Renegades, you are going to be pushed that distance every single round. They're going to go ahead and pop that door off, Molotov the connector, and get a player in the lower. Now, we've seen JKS do this earlier. It did work out, and in fact, it works out again. Device has absolutely no clue that the steamroll of the Savage is coming through to town. And again, Renegades having set back themselves just a little bit here. Looks like they're going to use a little bit of utility. Now, we've seen this strat before, Sean.
We have, and they're going to give it a different approach this time. They're not going to throw those wall smokes and go outside. It looks like they're going to go towards ramp, which is the play. JKS is holding that control room area, I believe, right now. He has the rotate from ramp into the lower bomb site. They're going to get a 1-on-4 in this ramp room, I believe, against Zipix.
The problem is that they have to clear Zipix out of this ramp room, and the Flash is going to get him really blind, and it's a really awkward moment here as no one has seen him yet. Somehow, some way, he is able to take down Azur. Magisk grabs one as well, and Lias finally eliminating him from the round. At that point, it could not have gone any more wrong for the Renegades, John.
What a blunder coming out of the Renegades. They had the perfect strat, the perfect read, the perfect flash, and they just didn't clear the corners. Just the smallest of details cost them this round. You have to feel for them after this. Zipix, a snake in the grass.
Yeah, that was a rough one. The flash was perfect. As perfect as one can be, everyone being blind, of course. No one can see Zipix in the corner. Not firing. This walkout kind of came to fruition for him, didn't it?
So much success getting down this vent.
And he's going for it again. Now, I would be really surprised to find Device down here, the victim, yet again. That's not going to be the case. However, him down in that low right does give them a different angle, another avenue of approach should they elect to use it.
Yeah, if I were JKS, I'd be taking buddies down there with me at this point. Hey, guys, check this out. I can come down the vent every round. Come with me.
It's as simple as that. JKS is going to be hanging out by his lonesome for the time being, setting up a campfire.
Let's get scary with Glaive's positioning. Will Renegades be aware of this, especially with all the spam coming through from Magisk? They have so much to worry about. Oh, no.
No, sir. No, sir, indeed. Glaive finding 3 right there, and that is not a good look for the Renegades. Eventually, he does fall. Now, Lias and JKS. JKS having hung out in the control room the entire time, mashing buttons. Now we'll have to mash some heads here in the lower bomb site. They're set up just proper, though. The crossfire is there from Zipix and Device, so getting out will, in fact, be the biggest problem that they're going to face. And, well, for what it's worth, Sean, it ain't going to happen.
All we're seeing is a bunch of mashed Australian potatoes.
Yes. Don't even know if that's a good thing, but nonetheless, I do like mashed potatoes. 14-9 the score now.
And the small things again working so well for Astralis. Glaive playing this position, everyone plays this position, right? But he has someone from heaven just shooting all of those shots, making the T's worried that it's not in their heads that there could be a second CT there, and that's what nets Glaive 3 kills right there.
It is remarkable that JKS has been able to get down there with succession so many times. You've seen him punished twice, I think 2-3 times minimum.
Don't think he's gonna make it down there.
Yep. I think they're on to you, bud. Molotov coming out there onto the vent will prevent JKS from finding that ease of access to the lower site. Looking like a set piece here from the Renegades. Zipx there to hold the ramp, and Device outside. Device finding that damage already to just go ahead and start nailing away at the Renegades. 14-9 in a round where they haven't purchased up a whole lot, electing to save for the tie. They're gonna get outside and get picked apart one by one. Glaive finding 2. Excuse me, Device finding 2. Glaive doing just enough for JKS to hang out with the Tech 9, and that will be 15 on the round for Astralis.
Yeah, it looks like Renegades almost took for granted that JKS could get down the vents that round, and you could see their strat looked like it almost revolved around that when he wasn't able to make it down there.
Molotov,
Just,
my God.
This is just a feels bad, man.
What are you gonna do in that situation, right?
Pepe hands.
Yeah, get the marshmallows out. 15-9, and we're gonna see what appears to be a timeout come in. The boys still in the fight, having won the first map. This one will be going the full distance. In fact, map 2 being Nuke. That would be the current problem child here for the Renegades. We're gonna have to buy all into this round. And in doing so, hope for the best. Expect the worst, hope for the best, and see what happens in the middle, Sean.
You know, that's a motto we can all live by, Trace. Maybe
yeah,
not.
maybe. Maybe more some than others. Yeah, it looks like, to me, it's Astralis has figured out what it is going on here. As soon as they put a stop to JKS getting down to lower, that really did put sort of a halt into taking Device out of the round early on. And that shot with debris there is going to back in.
And yes, you're right. It looks like they've solved the riddle of JKS getting down that vent. It's not making it down there anymore.
Third map being Inferno, everyone. So if you're just tuning in, you've picked the opportune time to see a clash. A team that has, in fact, become Titans. And I don't mean that in French sense. Liaz finding success here. It was the only kill from the side of Renegades in this round. And just being the lesser. Now, fighting for a lifeline in this upper site will be Azur. So something miraculous, and that is just not on the cards. Astralis bouncing back 16-9 here to do. We got a little unanswered half here from the T side of the Renegades. Astralis, all of the rounds on the CT side going their way and doing it with relative ease. Once they figured out all the problems, well, no one really has the answer for what the problem of Astralis is on Nuke. Yeah. In fact, we put Nuke into a closer. You got for Sean? Any sort of diagnosis, doctor?
I mean, Astralis is just so strong on that CT side, and Renegades did not look ready. Their gameplay there. I thought they had a very good opening half. They showed a lot. Inferno is going to be an excellent map to watch.
Yeah, I think Inferno is really going to set the stage, right? Because now you can wipe away what was Mirage, you can wipe away what was Nuke. That basically people are sleeping on the Renegades at that point anyway.
Yes.
But regardless, we do have a true best of one in that sense.
Yeah, and Inferno's the best map to do it, right?
I think so. Couldn't have said any better myself. The fire will continue here at the Intel Extreme Masters Major, and you don't want to be anywhere else but here. We're going to Inferno next, but not before the analyst desk. Make sure you're here with us when we come back.